Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited. Today we are doing a full face of brand new to me products. So if you're interested in that, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I have to say, right, I got these brushes from Moda at the very end of January, which was my birthday month. And I was so excited about these in particular because they look like blue icicles and they have like glitter and they've got kind of like unicorny like handles. And I happen to love the Moda brushes. So I'm really excited to get in here and try them out. I don't know if you are the type of person who, once brushes come, you absolutely have to wash them. I know you should. I don't. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't wash them when they first come out of the factory. I know, even saying that now, I feel like I should, but okay. So this is the Moda Mythical 6-piece Frozen Flight Kit, and in here, right, we have a whole bunch of cute brushes, and then we have this like super holographic-y, really cool brush case. So I'm gonna try, I think, this for my, maybe my blush. And then I'm gonna try this guy, maybe for contour. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a shot. And then I'm excited to try some of these as eye brushes. Put these down. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna prime. This is the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1, and this one came in a set along with the primer, you know, that's in the little container, and I decided to use that, but I haven't used this, so we're gonna try it here. It's very wet. It's not a fine mist on that one. Give myself a little more. Okay. I give myself a little bit of hydration first. And then I have two different primers to choose from, and I don't know which one to try yet. It is the Yenza Tone Up Primer with Essential Glow, and this is the VDL Lumalayer Primer. So I'm just going to take a peek at these real quick. Okay, so this one has a slight color, so you see it. And then this guy, comes like in a little, it's more, it looks like luminescent, and it kind of reminds me of like the MAC Strobe Cream. It's got like reflex of different colors. I wonder if it's bad if I try both. Okay, I'm just gonna try this one but I kind of want to try the other one too. Oh, what do I do? Okay, I'm just gonna take some on my fingers and start. Is it bad if I try both at the same time? I don't know if it is. This one has a little bit of a smell to it, but it's not bad. Okay. I kind of want to try the other one too, so don't judge me. I'm trying a little bit. This one feels more moisturizing, not as slick as like the Hourglass, but yeah, more like the Strobe Cream. I am excited about this one because it has a little bit of tint to it as well. And this is the Yenza, and Yenza is the creator of Pure Lease, Jennifer Yen, and she created a new like makeup spin-off around other companies. So this one actually feels really nice. It's almost like a smooth, slippery feeling. Not as bad as like when you get Smashbox primer, but like very, very, very nice actually. And now it's a little bit tacky, so I feel like my foundation will set down nicely on that. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour, and I'm actually really excited because I like a lot of the L'Oreal foundations. In fact, I'm thinking of doing like a foundation competition where I do a whole bunch of foundations from one particular brand. So I have a whole bunch from Revlon, a whole bunch from L'Oreal. You get it. So I am in the color 425, which, does that actually have a name? No, 425. If that has one, I don't know. Okay, so for this one, will just use an old makeup brush. And actually, since I'm trying Moda, I will try one of my old favorites. This is the Moda Metallics foundation brush. So I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to start putting some on my face. Ooh, the color match is actually pretty good, I think. This one has a little bit of a floral scent, but it's not too much. I don't mind. So it looks pretty good. I would say it's a good medium coverage, and I feel like this one looks like my skin, more so than other foundations I've tried. It's not hiding, you know, like the blemishes and stuff I have, so. Okay, so far I like that. Next thing, this is new to me. This is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. Honestly, I got it because it was Tati approved, and it looks like Shape Tape. I swear. It has this huge doe foot wand applicator. Wow, okay. So I'm going to see if I can cover up some of my blemish. And do a little bit up here. And from what I saw, seems like people don't need a lot. I'm going to use this one real quick before I get it. So I'm gonna kind of stamp here on that little blemish. See if I can get it worn in. Jeez, I think that looks pretty good actually. I can see why that one is approved. I like that a lot actually. Okay, so I didn't get a new powder. I didn't get any powder. I'm just gonna grab a face powder. This is one of my absolute favorites. This is from Wander Beauty. This is their powder foundation. And I am in the shade medium, I believe. So I'm just gonna grab like a big kind of fluffy-ish brush and just kind of set. You know, one thing I really appreciate about this one is that it actually has this door here. So if you have like a wet sponge or anything like that, you don't end up getting the product wet. So that's actually really thoughtful the way they've done that. That feels pretty good. Everything kind of set down fairly quickly. Okay, so I'm gonna try out a new blush, and I got this in a BoxyCharm. This is the Wanderlust palette from Dusk to Dawn, and it has a blush and a highlighter in here. So I think I'm gonna try out this guy here. It's called Tuscan Sunrise. It's a little bit lighter, and I'm gonna use a stippling brush like this. And so what I like to do is I like to go into a product, and then I saw this trick from Marlena on Makeup Geek. Sometimes I will spritz the brush so it's kind of wet, and then if you stamp it in, even though it's on top of powder, it still kind of will be like a softer finish, I think. And I think it's really pretty. That one's really subtle. And I didn't grab a lot because I didn't know how pigmented it was. So maybe I'm just gonna go back in and go on the other side. I think I wanna try both of them. Okay, so I'm gonna do this more on the apples of the cheeks, because if you do two blush colors, sometimes it's easier to use the lighter color on the apples of the cheeks and then the deeper color a little bit farther back. So I'm gonna go and do that. The only thing with a skinnier strip like this in a palette is sometimes it's harder to get a fat brush in there. So maybe if you have a skinnier brush, it's easier. I'm just gonna kind of brush this around. Oh yeah, that's really, ooh, it's a lot right there, but it's pretty. Ooh, yeah, I like it. If you guys know me in real life, I'm not very adventurous when it comes to makeup or skilled. So if you're like, oh wow, that look is really boring, that sounds about right. Okay, so next thing, I'm gonna try out a new bronzer. I got this in my BoxyCharm, and this is from Pretty Vulgar. And this is in the color Bronzed Bee, 113 Bronze Mannequin. So if that is the entire title, that is a long title. And I'm going to go ahead and use this Aesthetica P12, which I'm pretty darn sure I got this in a BoxyCharm too. So it's kind of like a nice, you know, bronzy brown color. I probably went in way too hard. Wow, it's powdery. It really comes off. I'm gonna give it a good knock here. And then I'm just gonna kind of go up on the temples and around the cheeks and a little bit under too. I am a little bit lucky sometimes that I don't have like a super large forehead, so sometimes I feel like it looks a little awkward when I'm trying to put like too much bronzer at the top, because there isn't as much forehead as some people to work with, which is both a blessing and a curse. I don't think I have a very small forehead. I don't have a very large forehead. It's just average, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna bring it back just a little bit and have it meet up at the edge of that blush. I know some people, I used to, like when I was younger, I didn't really bronze. I just used my bronzer as like a blush because I didn't know any better. So I don't know about you, but I was a very late bloomer when it came to makeup. Like I didn't have makeup. The first time I wore makeup was actually like my 8th grade graduation. My mom took me to the Clinique counter. I got, you know, like a little makeover, and I felt like such a grown-up leaving with my 2 items. and that was the very first time. And even after that, like I wasn't super big into makeup for a very long time. So, okay, so there's that. Ooh, that's nice. What do we think? I think it looks nice. I know one thing about this setup, I think the lights are a little bright and it's washing out, so you're not really seeing the color, but because I feel like up close, if I'm looking in a mirror, it looks like I'm wearing a lot of makeup, and then under the lights, it looks like I'm not wearing as much. So I don't want to, because I am going out later, so I don't want to just like pile it on to make it look good on camera and then like in real life be like, whoa. But I think you guys know what I mean. Okay, so that was blush, bronzer. Oh, I did want to try this. I was doing the declutter. I don't know if you guys saw that, for like bronzers and contours, and this one came up, and I have it and I've never used it. This is the Fiona Styles, and this is a Bronzing Sun Veil in Ahiko, and I thought that it kind of looked like more like Hula from Benefit, which is a really great contour. So I'm gonna try this one as a contour because it has a color that isn't completely like brown and it isn't completely gray. It was a nice in between. So I wanted to try it and it was like a light color. So I thought that would be good. I'm just gonna choose this brush here. This is the AOA Studio. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but you can get brushes on Shop Miss A and they're, you know, $1. Everything's on there $1. So I bought I'm not kidding, like 100 pairs of lashes from Shop Miss A because they're like $1 each. And I figured like, I'm not very good at putting on false lashes. And I'm like, oh, I could put them on, I can practice, I can wear them like 1 time, maybe 2 times, and I won't feel bad if I end up like throwing them away because they're so cheap. And you know, so I still have so many. I have so many. I'm good through the end of the year because I hardly ever wear lashes either. Like maybe once on a special occasion or if I'm filming. And even now I'm not wearing them. So this is actually really light. I'm not seeing much here with this, even though I feel like I'm kind of piling it on. So I'm gonna kind of maybe give up on that, but I am gonna try with a little brush and do a little bit down my nose and see how that goes. It's really hard. I gotta try and put the mirror in the right spot where I can see it. But if it's too obvious, then it like shines and reflects in the camera, and I don't want that either. It's super subtle. I don't see much of anything actually. So I kind of feel like this is kind of like a why bother. This didn't really impress me very much. Okay, so I'm gonna say So far this is the only thing that I've kind of come across that I'm not super impressed with so far. The foundation I'm liking, and the blush was really good, and the bronzer was good, but I'm not so big a fan of that. I'm just gonna take this powder brush. I don't know if anything even did anything, so I'm just gonna kind of like try and blend it together. Okay, I have a new eyebrow product, and this, I have 3. I like brows, what can I say? All right, always searching for the perfect brow combos. This is the Goof Proof Brow Pencil from Benefit, and so on one side it has a spoolie. On the other end it has the angle, it's not the super skinny, it's more of this diamond tip, and that's more like the Anastasia Brow Wiz than the like brow definer, right? And then I thought this was really cool. This is the Double Duty Beauty Black Brown Tinted Brow Gel from Tarte, and then this is the Highbrow, so it's more like a brow highlighter from Benefit. So I'm gonna give this a shot. I don't know which one I should do first. Do you have an opinion? I don't know why I'm asking you why. I just want you guys to vote, okay? And then I'll see if I just did it wrong. Okay, I'm gonna give this a shot first. I feel like I should do, doesn't matter, whatever I choose, it's gonna be wrong, right? Okay. Is there a smaller mirror anywhere? Because I don't wanna feel like I'm like turning away from you guys. Although now I'm just gonna cover it with my face. There's no winning. I have the world's saddest brows. Like even now, if you can see any, this is after microblading. Yeah, my brows are like non-existent. Wow, this is dark. This is the color 5. Maybe it's too dark. I have to try and brush that out. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Typically, I also like to use like a bar of soap. I kind of do soap brows only because like the hair that I have is so little that I like to try and give it some like, I don't know, like starch to make it thicker and actually have something for the product later to hold on to, because goodness knows it doesn't really get to hold on to much with my brow hairs that are like non-existent. So that looks actually nice, right? That looks pretty good. Okay, now I'm gonna try this stuff. I guess I'm gonna try it like afterwards. Like you do your brows and then you put on your Anastasia like clear brow gel, right? Oh wow, this is like the super teeniest, tiniest little brush. That reminds me of like when you used to do, who was it? Was it L'Oreal that had like a super tiny for the lower lash? It's like Lash Discovery. Okay, I can't talk now as I'm doing this. Ooh, it is actually defining the little hairs. If you think you don't have brow hairs, try this, because wow, it's totally making it seem like I have brow hairs that it's fining and defining. Oh, I like this because it actually makes it seem like I have brow hairs even though I have very little of it. This is great, actually. Shelly approved on that one. Okay, I'm gonna go back to that spoolie real quick though and actually maybe brush it out, just make sure. Yeah, that was good. Okay. Oh shoot, I forgot I wanted to use this brush. Okay. You know what? Maybe I can use it for highlight or something. Maybe blend everything together that I've got so far. How's that looking? Looks pretty good, right? I have to say, it looks pretty good, I think, in my eyes. Okay, so maybe I'll just use all of these. And I'm gonna try this one for the highlight. So I have one in here. It's called City Lights. So it's kind of dark. I wonder if it's too dark, but I'm gonna give it a shot. And I'm just gonna kind of, ooh, it's got kind of like a pinky and goldy at the same time. Ooh, I don't know if you guys can see that. That's really pretty. I like that. It's so pretty. Ooh, yeah, I like that. Okay, I'm gonna bring it up around my temple. And I'm not typically a nose highlighter person. I'm just gonna bring a teeny bit here. Oh my gosh, do you see that? It's so pretty. I can't stop. I can't stop putting more on. It's so pretty though. I like that. Okay. Okay, I'm feeling good about that. Now we're gonna move on to a new eyeshadow palette, which is newer to me. Oh shoot, I forgot. You know what? I wonder if this is a good test. I'm just all over the place. I forgot I wanted to try this. This is the Pixie by Petra Multi-Balm Sheer Sculpt. And you know how I was just saying I did not like that Fiona Styles sculpting powder? I wonder if I could try this, even though everything's all powdery and this is a cream. I'm a rebel, I'm gonna try it anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna give this a shot and see how it goes. I make no guarantees. It's probably a bad idea. It's not the worst decision I've ever made in my life. Just probably wasn't a good one. And then I think I'm also gonna try really quick to also bring back that little brush that I was using. I'm gonna try a different one. This is from Shelly. I'm just gonna bring it up on the side of my nose here and see if I can do anything here. Okay, maybe I went a little ham on that one. I'm not very good at contouring. Now it's just red. Oh, what did I do? Okay, I'm gonna go back in with my powder. Or maybe my concealer. I don't know what's gonna fix this. Okay, I feel a little bit better about that. It's not great. I went too far. I went too far with that. I don't think that was the product's fault. That was my fault. That's just my fault. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to a new palette. This is new to me. This is the Sultry. It's really pretty, right? The packaging. Whew, it's nice. Okay, so I'm gonna open it up. I don't know about you, but does anyone actually ever use the brushes that come in here? I don't use them, but I'm gonna go ahead and it still has all of the stuff that you get to pull off and everything. It's always kind of nice, right? Okay, so, you know, I could bring back that Fiona Styles for like a little crease color too, because, well, you know, it kind of looks like one of the colors in here. Kind of looks like this color twig down here at the bottom. Okay, so maybe I won't need that. Let's go ahead and give something a shot here. So I don't know what kind of look I'm going for exactly, but I think I'm gonna start with kind of these guys down here, kind of more the browns. So I'm just going to take a big brush here and use this color. I am going to use this first color up here, Fresh. And I know one thing with Anastasia powders, they kick up a lot. It's okay. One of the saddest things though, I was traveling with the Soft Glam, which is probably my favorite Anastasia palette, and it broke. But ironically, it broke the color called Sultry, and I was taking it as like a hint that I needed to buy the Sultry palette. You see what you want. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna go in here with this color called Twig and maybe build up a little bit of color. Whoa, that one is super powdery. Oh, I barely pressed in there. I don't know if you can see it. And now it's just kind of, it's kind of a mess. So I'm gonna bring it down actually right above my eye. So one thing about Asian women, some Asian women, we have more of a mono lid, so it doesn't really, we don't really have a crease. So sometimes some of those beautiful looks that you do, like a cut crease, it's maybe a little harder because we don't have a crease. So sometimes we get more creative. Sometimes you'll see us with the rainbow effect right above our eye, like either dark to light or light to dark, instead of more of like that cut in crease where you see the, I don't know why I'm explaining this to you. I'm just saying. Sometimes I wish I could do other types of eye licks, but I am maybe not able to. That's all I'm saying. That's a really pretty color. So that color was called Twig. I want to know what's happening in your guys' world lately. Work has been crazy, and I'm glad that things are starting to slow down a little bit, so that's good. You know what? I kind of want to try one of these beautiful shimmer colors, but I don't know which one. But I feel like I've gone down this road too already. I'm going to try this color called Birch over here in the corner. I'm going to go a little bit above what I just put down, see how that goes. I've switched brushes. This is a Luxie Tapered Blending. So this is a 229. I'm going to do a little rainbow eye today and see how that goes. they have some really beautiful colors in here. I'm not quite sure what to do. I'm going to try one of these brushes, and I'm going to go up with this. I'm going to try Pearl, maybe. Bring it up as a little highlight underneath. It's too shimmery? I think it's too shimmery for that. Okay. Oh, I forgot. I have that Benefit thing I gotta try, right? Okay, we'll try that real quick. This is the Highbrow from Benefit. It's a creamy brow highlighter pencil. I'm kind of using this in the place of what I would normally with a concealer, and then kind of highlight it and then just like bring it down. I know some people for a while were really into that frosty eyebrow highlight, and then some people were like only matte. I don't particularly care each way. It's nice though, right? It's kind of subtle after you blend it out. Okay, so here's my dilemma, right? So I have these monolids, and then so I put down a dark color here, and then what would be a crease, if you kind of like feel around here in your eye and you kind of like do an indent, you kind of see where the little occipital bone and everything is. This would be like where my natural crease is, right? So I can put color in here, but then like I have a lot of room between here and the highlight of my eyebrow. So I feel like I have so much room up here sometimes and I don't know what to do with it. So I don't think it's not a great feeling for me. So I'm not quite always sure what to do with that. Okay, so I'm gonna try a color in here. I'm gonna try one called Dystopian. It's this really deep chocolate brown, but I'm a little scared of it, honestly. I'm just gonna lightly dip in. And I'm gonna maybe kind of just stamp it out here on the edge. Ooh, that is dark. And I went so light. I promise. I barely touched anything in there. Bring it in a little. I don't want to do the entire rainbow in. I just kind of want that outside to really be darker. And one of the problems with having monolids too is even if I do any of this work here, because I also have like a little bit of a hooded fold here for my eye, I have to, if you want to be able to see my black eyeliner, I have to put it like so high that it almost like will end up covering so much of the eyeshadow that I put on, just for the black eyeliner to show up. And I'm not trying to complain. I just sometimes I don't know how to do makeup, and I think one thing that's a little sad is there's not always a ton of makeup tutorials for eyes that there aren't as many available for eyes that look a little different. So not only do I have a monolid, but I have, you know, kind of hooded eyes at the same time. So it's hard. It's hard. I don't know. It's a really pretty color. I'm not surprised. I mean, I love all of the other palettes that I have. The Soft Glam is really good. I'm not actually the biggest fan though of the Modern Renaissance, maybe just because like reds aren't exactly up my alley. But like I picked up the Norvina palette, and I'm considering picking up the new one that just came out, you know, like kind of the nautical theme one. But I don't know, because like I said, I'm not very wild when it comes to my color selection, so I kind of know that if I get it, it's just to collect it, and I don't know if I'd actually use it. But Soft Glam is seriously one of my very favorite palettes, and I would encourage anyone to take a peek at that one, because I think it's a really, really beautiful palette. And I would say this is also a really beautiful palette. It's got a nice mix of shimmers, mattes, and it's got like a nice little, you know, punch of color right here with this bloom color. And you know, I'm not a professional makeup artist, I mean, obviously, but I still think like you can still achieve a very natural and pretty look with this. So I like that. I'm gonna go in here with this little pointy guy and maybe give myself a little smudge along the lash line. So one thing that I like to do sometimes, I will go in with more of a pencil brush, you know, something that looks more so like this guy, and I will use it like an eyeliner, take a dark color and kind of go in there, give myself a little eyeliner, and then give myself a little flick out with the eyeshadow so that later I can go in there with a, you know, like a pencil or a gel liner, and it just gives me a little bit of a, almost like tracing, because like I said, I'm not super skilled with makeup, so sometimes if you draw a line like a would-be wing with like eyeliner or straight away and you mess it up, it can be a little bit tougher. But if you draw it out with eyeshadow first and you like it or don't like it, then it's a little bit more forgiving, and then you can go in there with the eyeliner later. Let's see here. So maybe I'll go in with just a tiny bit of that Noir, which is a really great black color. I'm gonna just do a little bit on the outside though, because if you take too much of that dark and you bring it all the way in, especially on like very small Asian eyes like I have, it can even tend to make your eyes look even smaller if you go all the way in. So I like to go no more than like 3/4 in, because then I can use a little bit of like an inner corner highlight and kind of extend it down here, or go in with just a lighter color to help my eyes look a little like bigger and cat eye. But see, you just kind of like flick out the little eyeliner like you would, but with the eyeshadow, and kind of gives like a nice effect. We're getting someplace. I'm gonna go back in with like a really light brown now. I'm gonna go with this Birch and Fig and just go on the inside. But it still has a lot of that dark brown on it, so oops, that was a mistake. Just gonna do a little bit down here on this side too. That color Twig is super, like, it kicks up a lot of stuff. I'm really kind of going way darker than I anticipated right away, so don't know what happened. But it is called the Sultry palette, so I guess I'm not mad at it. Just a little dabble, do ya? Maybe I just need to bring it in a little farther. It doesn't look like it's very fadey. These are not technical terms, people. I don't know what happened. I woke up and all of a sudden, bam. Okay. So I think what I want to do though is, now that I've completely gone from a rainbow back more into like a graduated thirds section here, I think I'm going to take then a really, maybe this like steampunk or teak on the inside half, and just, why not? We're in it now, right? Let's just give it a shot and see what happens. I'm going to try a little kind of flat brush like this. So this is a Bodyography Pro brush. I think, what do we think? 2 gold. I'm going to try this teak one first. I'm going to try it without wetting the brush. It's pretty, okay. Kind of like that, and I kind of want to, just to play now that I'm in it, kind of want to take a tiny little brush, see if I have one, take this little color called Steampunk and see if I can put it right on the very, very corner. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm going to say definitely no surprise there. 2 thumbs up on the Sultry palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It looks good. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty good now. What do we have left? We've got a lip product and we've got eyeliners. Oh, I lied. There's one other thing. So it should really be called like trying out BoxyCharm products, because a lot of these products are ones that I got in BoxyCharm. So including this mascara and this eyeliner. So this is the Butter London Glazin Illustrious Liner, and this is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. I have never actually purchased this myself, like a full tube, so I'm excited to give that a shot. I'm going to move my mirror here real quick, try out this eyeliner. Oh, like, I thought it was different. I thought it was, oh no, it is. It's kind of like a felt tip. It's very dark. Okay, we're going to give this a shot. See what I mean? So first, I can have to have my eye up and you can see the eyeliner, and then if I rest my eye, it's gone. It's just like my eyelid folds over and you can't see it. So, yeah, that's what I'm working with. That and the world's ittiest bittiest lashes. You can't even see them. Okay, so this formula is kind of watery and runny, and it's just not opaque. Huh. Okay, I don't know if I have to shake this or something. And then one thing that I've been told that you can do, I'm gonna grab that other mirror, the small one, is if you have like a eyeliner pen or something like that, I'll go with the Wander one. You can kind of, especially for if you're just learning to do a wing, which is me, I'm not very talented when it comes to wings or anything. You can kind of, this one isn't a great example because it's not very long, but you could take something that's super long and just kind of like lay it down and hit it once, like a little stamp, and then kind of bring it away. And then hopefully you'll have like a little line that you can kind of just go back in with. And one thing about my eyes as well, they actually kind of turn down. So if you kind of follow the natural line and then come down, the wing would almost like come down this way, which isn't what we want. We want it to come up, but it just, again, I have difficulties with my eye shape. So one thing is like, you want to kind of like relax your eyes, how it's actually going to be. Cause if it's like this, you can see that something that was like here is going to fall like down a lot lower. That's an exaggeration, but you know what I'm saying. So I'm going to take this and just kind of like try and figure out the angle that I want. And a rule of thumb, I don't know why you guys probably all know this more than I do, but if you take a little brush and you kind of line it up on the side of your nose, right? You got like where your little eyebrow could kind of start. If you kind of go through your pupil, you got where your arch of your eyebrow should be. And if you kind of go to the tail of where your Eyebrow is, that's where maybe your wing might come out. Are those rules steadfast? No. But you could also take like a little brush or something like this, hold it up to your face, like a little stencil, or you could use, you know, Scotch tape, any of that stuff, and kind of get a line idea of what that would look like as well. So if I'm looking at this and say that I want my eye to come up this way towards the end of my eyebrow, then I might even take a look at this and then kind of go, whoop. But you see on my shape, my eye shape, it looks a little crazy, right? Like it's like way too high up. But if you look at it this way, it's because my eye also like folds down, and so the line actually comes out here. So some people also like to go from the bottom and then kind of make a swoop up so that the line continues from the bottom of the bottom. And I have definitely done that before as well. This is why, again, like I go in with the eyeshadow and kind of give it a little wing of where I want it to come. So I'll come up here and follow the bottom line, and then see that fold. I'll try and connect it, but then I'll bring my wing out like that. So you can see it's a much different angle than me trying to do it with the brush. That's why me trying to follow a tutorial that is telling me this is not helpful, because the angle is going to be wrong for my eye shape. So I would just really encourage you guys to play around, because heaven knows that it just takes a lot of time to try and figure out what you like on your face. And if you like it looking one way versus another, and then I would just say continue to do it that way. So for me, I'm going to come in, kind of connect that little wing there off the bottom, and then come in towards the middle. And then see if you kind of lift your eye. You see how thick that eyeliner has to be for me to get there. So I have to fill in all of this. So I go through a lot of eyeliner just because like I need a really thick line. And then I'm gonna wait for this to dry, and then I'm gonna go in with a little Q-tip on some micellar water and kind of like wipe it away. So I'm only doing this so you guys can see like some of the struggle that it is to have an eye shape like I do. And then you see like where the eyelid kind of comes down, you stop seeing the eyeliner. So it's just an interesting, it's just interesting. So yeah, I would say, except for, you know, the top squiggle, I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm gonna see if I can kind of follow that on the other side. And then isn't it really always the rub that you never get them to like line up? And my eyes are also uneven shapes. So even if they were perfectly symmetrical lines, it would look different because one eye turns down more than the other. So I like to draw my little wing and then go from the end of it and kind of just go downwards and then kind of come over the top of my lid to connect it. And then I will just go back and keep layering on this side until I see enough of it on the top and decide how much, you know, how thick I want that line to be. And I'm not gonna lie, it usually has to be pretty thick for you to see it. So like if you close your eye, you see how thick it is, but then if I kind of relax my eye and my eye folds come down, then you don't see it as much. Kind of pretty though, right? Once the eyeliner kind of warmed up, it looks a little bit better. See, if you're looking at it, does it look even? No, not really. Okay. We're just gonna move on though. That's my face. So I just went in with a little bit of a Q-tip, a tiny, tiny bit of eye makeup remover or micellar water, and then I'm taking the dry side to get this little flake piece that came off. Okay. And then because there's a little hole here, now I'm gonna go back in with that brown color real quick and just kind of pat that in. All right, we are gonna try out the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Okay, it kind of has like a plastic mannequin smell. I like the brush though. Okay, let's see here. It's fine. It's not blowing my mind. It's just fine. I feel like I need more oomph. Like it's already, all the eyeliner that I put underneath my eyes, like already gone. I feel like it's just gone. So I would normally go over and set like with a dark eyeliner, but now I think I'm just gonna go in with that dark color, the Noir, and just go at it again. It's just weird, it's just gone. And I'm gonna mix in a tiny bit of brown too, that's dystopian. That seems weird, right? Because you guys saw me put it on. I feel like it's better, but it's still not. Okay, moving on. So I have one last thing that's new. I lied too. So this is from IBY Beauty. I already know I like their colors though. So this is the color Flirt, and then this is from Julep, and this is a lip gloss. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a shot. Interesting wand. It's a little like wavy. Oh yeah, see how shiny it is? It's nice. Not sure if I'm crazy about the size of the wand, but it's nice. Actually, I like that. So I'm gonna give myself a spray down. Ooh, I'm choking. So this is the final look, and I kind of like it. Like I said, I'm not usually one to go super dramatic or bold. So even this eye look is, even though you probably think it's not much, I feel like it's a lot. So I feel like I'm wearing a lot of makeup, but most of the stuff I liked. I say the Moda brushes, I liked them. The Sultry palette, I really like that. The lip gloss I really like. This is from Julep and the color is Mood, okay? The IVY, it's fine. I think this, I don't really like the sprayer. I wish it was more like the sprayer, even like from Pixi. I love the hydrating milky mist. Oh, it's so good. The bronzer I actually like from Pretty Vulgar. I thought it was gonna be a little dark, but it was great. And I really like this little palette from Wander. I like the two blush colors so that you can go in with the lighter one on the cheeks and then the darker one towards the back a little bit. I thought the highlighter was really pretty. Let's see, the mascara is like hit or take, or give or take. It's fine. And the Butter London, this I wasn't really that big of a fan of. I'm not really, even after I got it shaken up and stuff, I don't think it's super opaque. I don't think it stays very long. The brow stuff was good. The Pixi thing, I think this was my fault, so I reserved judgment till later. The brow products, I thought all the brow products were really good, and I liked all of the primers too. So for the most part, I liked just about everything in this first impression. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know something that you've tried recently as a first impression, or and you just liked it or you didn't like it, and let me know in the comment section, okay? I hope you guys tune in to a video very soon. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!